Hello to the everyone. My name is Paras Kawale and I am studying in the class 7 scholar batch. So I am here on the online platform of the Bajaj Science Center. Bajaj Science Center has organized a competition with the thinkers. So my topic for the competition with the thinkers is desalination of water. So why what is the desalination of water? We will discuss in this. So, what is the need to desaline water? With more than 2000 plants now contracted around the world, desalination is enabling countries to provide water security for the future generation amidst growing climates. So, many countries like UAE that don't have fresh water supplies lack in fresh water, so that they can so they can build desalination plants that remove salt from the water. This can be done with the ocean water and sea water and the brackish water that have many amount of salt in them. So by converting saline water, the process can offer fresh water in the areas lacking natural groundwater or the surface water supplies. So the areas like deserts in Sahara Desert, Atacama Desert that don't have rain or have water scarcity. So these desalination plants can provide water to the areas lacking in the water and can solve the problem of the water scarcity in some countries like UAE and some deserts like Sahara or Atacama. So the our main topic is what is desalination. Desalination refers to the process that involves taking the salt out of the water to make it drinkable. So, in the simple words, desalination is the process in which the salt is taken out from the water and make it drinkable, means it is converted into the fresh water. So, desalination involves either treating sea or brackish water with the objective to create fresh water. So, desalination can be done with the sea water, oceanic water, the brackish water that have salt in them or have impurities in them. In this order, desalination plants involve the technologies from the pre-treatment pumps to the membrane. So the desalination plants have processes that make the salty water into the fresh water. So we will discuss it in afterwards. According to the new International Desalination Association (IDA) Water Security Handbook, the total global installed desalination capacity stands at 97.4 million cubic meters per day. So the whole global desalination plants can desaline water 97.4 million cubic meters per day. So it is a large amount, so that the areas lacking in the fresh water can get the water supplies. So now we will discuss about what are the desalination processes. So there are two main types of desalination processes. Process, in which it includes reverse osmosis (RO) and the nanofiltration (NF), and the thermal, that is the second type, which includes multi-effect distillation (MED) and multi-stage flash distillation (MSF). Other technologies and the processes include the electrodialysis (ED) and the forward osmosis (FO). In this we will discuss some of this. So we will now discuss about the membrane distillation. According to the AMTA, reverse osmosis (RO) and the nanofiltration (NF) are the leading pressure-driven membrane processes. So the most used membrane desalination processes are the reverse osmosis and the nanofiltration. Membrane configuration: spiral wounds, hollow fibers, and the sheets with the spiral being the most widely used. So in the simple membrane configurations have some spiral wounds, hollow fibers, and the sheets, the spiral being the most used. So it is so the membrane desalination also uses the high energy pumps that separate salt water and the salt and the water at a side. So Contemporary membranes include primarily polymeric materials with the cellulose acetate still used to the much lesser degree. One notable example is a thin film composite TFC membrane, which use polyamide as an active layer depending on the feed water salinity. Operating pressures for RO and NF are in the range of 50 to 1000 PSIG, means in the simple words it's 3.4 to 68 bars, or 345 to 6896 kPa. So our next process is multi-effect distillation, MED. A low temperature thermal process, MED, obtains fresh water by recovering the vapors of the boiling seawater in the sequence of vessel known as multiple effect. So it is somewhat like evaporation. So the salt water is sent to the first vessel. In the first vessel, due to the vacuum and the heat, the water gets heated up to some temperature, and after that the water is transferred to the second vessel. In the second vessel, it is then also heated to up to a certain temperature, and due to the vacuum it gets heated. So then after that the water gets to the third vessel, and the third vessel it reaches its boiling point and the water becomes vapor. So then the vapor then goes to the final condenser, in which the water vapor gets converted into fresh water, and the salt that was in the water gets accumulated in the first, second and the third vessel. So as the boiling point of the water decreases at the same time as the pressure decreases. As a result, according to the CDEM, only the first vessel requires an external source of heat. In short, from the first to the last vessel, both pressure and the temperature decreases from hot to cold. So in this video it is enough. Thank you for hearing me, watching me. Thanks.